Welcome to the A.D.D. Catastrophe, the most distracted movie show on the internet. I'm Stephen Witten.
And I'm Ryan Ramsey, and we'll be right back after I find a new candidate to run my super duper chocolate factory.
Oompa, oompa.
And we're back. It's time for the news.
The part of the show where we talk about
the news.
And the first news topic today is Rachel McAdams has confirmed that she's been offered the lead female role in the Doctor Strange movie, opposite of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Good choice, Rachel. Also, Antman has officially beaten Pixels in the box office in its second week. That's pretty good, Mr. Antman.
And Channing Tatum is rumored that there is conflicts or something happening that he might not be playing Gambit in the new standalone Gambit film.
Which is awesome because I don't want him to be Gambit. So, good job, Channing, whatever it was. And that's it.
All right, and this week we're going to have a special segment on Marvel movies. And since there have been 12 movies made by Marvel that have been released as of today, we are going to be talking about ranking them from good to best. Now, Ryan, let's start with your list of 12.
Starting from number 12, my movies are a list from my favorites plus rewatchability that I consider rewatchable movies that are enjoyable over and over again. Start with number 12, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Number 11, The Incredible Hulk. Number 10, Antman. Number 9, Thor, Dark World. 8, Iron Man 2. Number 7 is Thor. Number 6 is Avengers, the first one. 5 is Iron Man 3. 4 is Avengers Age of Ultron. 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy. 2 is Captain America, the First Avenger. And number 1, my favorite top pick is Iron Man. Steven, how about your 12?
All right, mine are based similarly like yours of rewatchability and favorite, but also tied in with that was the standard of making like character development and everything like that built into it. So mine from 12 to 1 is 12 is Thor, the Dark World. 11, Iron Man 2. 10, Incredible Hulk. 9, Iron Man 3. 8, Thor. 7, Ant-Man. 6, Captain America. 5, Iron Man. 4, Avengers Age of Ultron. 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. 2, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And 1, the First Avengers.
All right, thanks for sharing your opinion, Steven. How we're going to set this up is we've each picked 3 questions to ask the other person to either question their choice, as this is all just opinion. Nobody is right or wrong. However, it is fine to ask questions about why someone would choose that. So, Steven, would you like to go first?
Yes, I would love to go first. My first question is, why did you put the First Avengers as number 6?
This is why, as opposed to what? What would you have preferred Avengers be at?
Well, obviously, I put him at number 1.
Okay, so here is why. I didn't enjoy the first Avengers because I felt, initially when it came out, that it was too super. There's too many superheroes on screen at once. There wasn't enough character development in the story, and it just lost me. It just seemed like 100 miles per hour from beginning to end, and just didn't click well with me for some reason in one of those. And so I did not enjoy it, watching it. However, as we were rehearsing, I realized that there are some memorable moments. I did enjoy it. Don't get this list as movies that I didn't enjoy, but there were 5 other movies that I enjoyed more than The Avengers. So,
am I allowed to rebuttal?
Sure, you can do whatever you want.
I mean, it is opinion. I agree, and I respect your opinion. Mm-hmm. All right?
That's first.
It's not, but whatever. I would disagree with you on the character development. Now, I will agree with that there was not much character development in the first Avengers movie, but you didn't need the character development because you had the previous 5 movies to develop the characters for you.
Like Robin Hood. That was Robin Hood in the first movie, wasn't it? Wasn't that Robin Hood in the first Avengers? Who was that guy?
Oh, you're going to throw Hawkeye there? Yeah.
Because we obviously had a good movie telling us about who that guy was.
Hawkeye was in Thor.
For 1 second.
Well,
you saw his arm.
He was not that big of a character in the Avengers.
So, I thought you said we had the character development already.
He for the characters that were important to the movie.
Is he on the cover of the DVD when you buy it?
Oh, you're going to bring that? Yeah.
He wasn't important.
He wasn't as important as, say, Iron Man, Captain America, the Incredible Hulk.
Do you really think that's true, considering in
Thor,
the second movie,
Loki?
In the second movie, they did a whole bit about his family.
Yeah,
and his
because
past and
Joss Whedon said himself.
They made a huge mistake.
Whedon said himself that he needed to throw Hawkeye a bone.
Because they forgot him in the first movie. They did not build his character.
No, they put it in the story.
Therefore, proving my point.
No, it didn't.
My turn to ask you a question.
Is worse. That
you
doesn't prove anything.
You put Captain America, the first Avenger, at number 6. Therefore, I declare Stephen Witten is un-American. How can you put the most patriotic Marvel movie at number 6 and call yourself an American? Stephen, answer for your crimes.
My crimes? First of all, I will answer in this way. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, was number 2. So, therefore, Captain America is still in my top 2.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier is the most unpatriotic movie out of the whole setup. The Winter Soldier is all about, like, the whole government's corrupt, you can't trust anybody, blah, 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 blah.
I love how you equate not liking Captain America to being not patriotic. Which, you know for for that I am one of the most patriotic people that you know.
All I can say is your movie selection has not been an example of that.
Okay, in your opinion.
Obviously, you see where Captain America is on mine, number 2.
Yeah, I do. But then I also see that you like Iron Man above Captain America, and
because
Iron Man is the biggest.
There would be no Marvel Cinematic
against the government.
There would be no Marvel Cinematic Universe without the first Iron Man.
Okay, but technically in the universe there would be no Avengers without Captain America.
Good, maybe they wouldn't have made the first Avengers movie then. Problem solved. Next question.
Next question. My second question for you, Mr. Ryan, as our temperatures rise and our...
I can stay calm in a heated discussion, unlike somebody else I know.
Yeah. All right, Captain America, Winter Soldier. Speaking of Captain America, somebody over here talking about not being patriotic. Why is Captain America, Winter Soldier last on your list?
I don't remember that movie. Captain America. I remember a movie called Captain America, actually the story of S.H.I.E.L.D. featuring Captain America, because it was just about freaking S.H.I.E.L.D. It wasn't about Captain America at all.
It was not. It was about like Captain America.
20 minutes of Captain America.
Having to deal with the concept of the
S.H.I.E.L.D.
government being corrupt.
Hydra's coming back, and but S.H.I.E.L.D.
It was proving a point that governments today aren't like they were in the 40s, and you can't trust anybody these days.
Neither are cars.
Are you saying that the government today is better?
No, but
I'm just saying you can't. That's what happens when you try to pull in politics there.
I don't get where you're going with this.
I think that you just don't like Winter Soldier, so you're gonna put it on the last year list, and then you're gonna attack me for not putting Captain America.
You know I don't like
the first Avenger.
You know I don't like Winter Soldier because Bucky comes back as a bad guy, which I know it's like the comic books, but you know what? They've changed stuff from the comic books. So why couldn't they change that? Because it's not fair that
that's a core value. That's a core value of the comics.
Steve Rogers lost both his love and his best friend. It's not fair.
It's not fair. That's life.
Well, he is Captain America, and there are some times where you need to make life fair for people who are big on the screen. Okay? Leave me alone. I don't like the Winter Soldier for lots of reasons.
All right, I will leave you alone from now on.
And I still don't own it. I don't believe. I don't remember.
Your second question.
Well, I was going to ask you the same question about Captain America, i.e. the S.H.I.E.L.D. movie, and why you put it up there, but I think you pretty much answered that in our last conversation. So I'll ask you my last question, okay? You had Thor, Dark World, and The Last Place. and you say you're a Tolkien fan, Mr. I Hate Fantasy.
Tolkien has nothing to do with Norse mythology.
It's all fantasy.
It
it's
has
all
nothing to do with
just
mythology.
a different story.
Nothing to do with mythology.
Yeah, nothing to do with mythology.
I like Greek mythology. I'm not a big
you
fan
read
of
the
Norse
Silmarillion?
mythology.
Have you read the Silmarillion?
I have. But it has nothing to do with Norse
it's
mythology.
all the same, and then the most fantasy Marvel movie out there, your genre, and you're like, meh, last.
The Dark World is last.
Yeah.
I thought it had poor character development, and it was just downright bad, considering you put it up against Iron Man. Tell me Iron Man is not a better movie.
Well, I had it first.
Well, thank you. You proved my point.
Okay. Do you have another question for me? Is that it?
Well, I was gonna, try to relieve the tension here. And why did we agree that Guardians of the Galaxy was number 3?
I put Guardians of the Galaxy as number 3 because it was a big surprise to me. I saw the original trailer for it, and I didn't even know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly, I didn't know it was a comic book that existed or anything. And saw it in theaters, was wowed, loved it. I've watched it a million times after. I think it's funny. I think there's action. I think there's good character development. I love the soundtrack. It just is great, and it was a big surprise. So I put it as number 3 because Marvel showed us that we can do more than just rock'em sock'em boppers with superheroes.
I put it as number 3 because I thought it was an epic space movie that worked within the universe, agreeing with you that Marvel can do other things rather than just a realistic superhero, or non-realistic, I guess, too. But, they can do more than just superheroes. They can actually go and say, look at these bad guys, but they're actually good guys, too.
Well, that is it for our discussion. If you have any thoughts about your order of favorite Marvel movies, you can mention them in the comments below or email us at our Gmail account. We would love to hear from you. Hey, Steven!
Hey, Ryan!
What's new this week in the theaters?
Well, we have 2 movies that are actually... we have more movies than that, but 2 movies that we're going to discuss today. One is Vacation, which is the sequel/reboot of National Lampoon's. And that stars Ed Helms and Christina Applegate with a star appearance from Chevy Chase and Chris Hemsworth, speaking of Thor. And then also opening up is Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, starring Tom Cruise and Jeremy Renner.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give Vacation a 1 star. I will not be seeing it in the theaters or renting it, but if it pops up on Netflix, I will be taking a watch probably just because of nostalgia.
I give it a 1 star as well. I'm not a big comedy fan in the theaters, so I'm interested, but not that interested.
Right. And I'm going to go ahead and give Rogue Protocol, is what it's called?
Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation, Ghost Protocol. Rogue Nation, a 4 stars, because I think I'm going to see it opening weekend. Probably not opening night. I won't do that, but I will be seeing it opening weekend. So 4 stars for me.
It's going to be a 4 star for me as well, because I agree that every movie that is an action or epic movie should be seen in the theaters because they are made specifically for the big screen, unlike comedies which you can see in front of your own TV and get all the laughs.
And I'm excited to see Simon Pegg on screen.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of my favorite moments there. So, go ahead.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, that's all for us this week on the A.D.D. Catastrophe. Thank you for liking and subscribing below. Also, leave your comments about our discussion. We would love to hear more from you about it.
Or you can email us at addmovieshow@gmail.com or hit us up on the various social media at addmovieshow. Thanks so much for watching us today. My name's Stephen Witten.
And I'm Ryan Ramsey. And until next time, enjoy the movies.